Hello, Merle Shank here. I'm here with Doug Lehman, who pastors the Overflow. And I want to ask you, I want to just probe your mind, Doug, about some of the church planting story that you have when you planted a church. Tell me, how did you know God was calling you to plant a church?
Great question. Never really thought my wife and I would do that.
Okay.
But we, I guess it was about 14 years ago now, we actually went through a Dove leadership school.
Okay.
And we were going there, we were sent there to learn about church leadership, not to plant a church. And partway through that, I really sensed God beginning to call us to plant. And then it was in February. I can take you right to the parking spot where my wife and I sat through a class with Jerry Stoltzfus and Merle Schmucker, and we got to the car and we said, that's exactly what we're called to do. We're called to plant a church to reach the unchurched.
Wow,
and we
that's
were
awesome.
willing to do some things differently, or we thought we were willing to do some things, we'll put it that way, do some things differently, and
Yeah.
it was through that, so we know that I can take you back to that exact spot where
cool.
God called us to plant.
So God called you to plant, and that was after kind of getting training. How important was training in your journey and in your development for church planting?
I think that part of our training was important, but that training was more the call. And when I reflect back, I wish almost we would have, when we were in the midst of planting, which would have been about 2 years later, I wish we would have almost went through the training again while we were planting, because it's amazing how quickly you can forget even really good training and some of the mistakes you make. And so, yeah, training, I think, and just being with people, probably if I could go back and if we would do this again, I would spend more time with people who were currently doing church planning, but we were sort of not isolated, but we weren't around people. So yeah, it's important, I think, to be spending time, like anything in life, just doing with people who are doing the same thing.
Cool. So getting training, and it's interesting that you say that, because a lot of times I've discovered, even in my own life, my own journey, that you don't know how important a certain type of training is until you're actually in it, and you go back and you're like, oh man, what did they say again? What did they teach out of that? And the other thing you said was doing it with people, or surrounding yourself with like-minded people, really kind of that can kind of stimulate you, get you thinking in the right direction, that kind of thing. And that's awesome. So thanks so much for doing that. We want to encourage you to check out the link below. There is a church planting boot camp that you can sign up for and go through and get some of the training.
Yeah, absolutely.
That Doug was talking about. Sign up for that. It's $100. There's also a lot of free resources on Church Plant USA and the Dove USA website. Go on the link that says Church Plant and just click there, and it's going to be a great time. Awesome. God bless you. Have a great day.